going on YouTube? So coming back today with actually a new series, as you can obviously tell. Gonna do a quick little NCAA Football 14 Dynasty. If you got, a lot of you guys probably saw my my Dynasty, or not my simulations that I did for NCAA Football 14. Sorry if I sound like I have a lisp right now. My retainer's in. Probably sounds a little stupid, honestly. Anyway, I'm gonna be playing on All-American. If it comes to it, I'll move it up to Heisman, but it should be good enough. And I'm playing with normal 5-minute quarters. Like I said, this is probably just going to be a quick little one-year thing. I'm going to do a little bit of recruiting, but I'm mainly just going to show the games and the highlights of those games. So I was thinking about changing the bowls around, trying to make it more like today, but I just felt like should leave it. I wish there was a way you could make like a tournament-style playoff in this game. That would be pretty tight, but obviously there's not. I didn't change the conferences around either. I'm using updated rosters, the same one that I used for the latter half of my simulations, and it also means that the All-American, like the preseason All-Americans, are going to be a little bit messed up. So I'm not using Oklahoma State for this Dynasty or BGM. I don't know what this is technically called. Yeah, I do actually. Sorry. This is a Dynasty. I mean, I did end up using the regular coach. As you guys can see here, I chose Virginia, the Cavaliers, and I'm going to be Mike London. A coach that has not had a whole lot of recent success at Virginia. And, you know, like I said, see what happens. Not a whole lot going with either coordinator either. The defensive coordinator is okay. And Mike London is actually a very good recruiter, apparently. So I know that he just got recently fired from Virginia, and I'm just gonna walk you guys through all the preseason stuff right now. Obviously, a lot of you guys have probably watched a lot of this stuff before, but maybe not with the updated rosters. These are updated to about October 20th. So the ratings are also kind of they're better than the preseason ratings, basically. And I try to choose a team that really no one has done before. One that obviously is a little bit different. I haven't seen anyone do a UVA Dynasty before, but I mean, I guess you never know. It could be hidden somewhere. Anyway, going through redshirting players right now. I mean, there's not really much to explain here. The redshirting process is pretty simple. You know, I went through and did all the recruiting stuff. When you actually sit down and like record this, you realize how it seems like a lot longer than it actually is. A lot of the stuff is just really, I mean, honestly, is really boring to me. When I like to do dynasties, I like to go through and actually, obviously, get the commitments, and then actually just go through and play the game to see the progression of my team. The off-season training's okay too, I guess. I kind of wish it was like Madden, where you could go through and actually train your players. This is not really, it was like the new Madden, but like the older Madden, so that was pretty fun. So pretty much done with redshirting my players at this point. I do change around the schedule a little bit. I wanted to play a team that wasn't FCS East, make it a little bit more fun. Not like Alabama or anyone like that, but I think it's funny how they changed Charlotte from UAB. So obviously I didn't update the logo, but I don't even know if you can in Dynasty mode on here, I'll be honest. But anyway, we do end up adding, I believe it is Texas Tech, and we end up playing in Lubbock. I thought about playing Penn State, but you know, Texas Tech's a fun team to play, especially with the updated rosters and having a good DeAndre Washington and a good Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, so it sets up a good game with Oregon, a good game with BYU, even if it is a down BYU team, and then a good Texas Tech team before you even start conference play. Like I said, if you guys didn't hear me earlier, I know it sounds like I have a lisp right now. I just have my retainer in. This is not something that's normally going to happen. Obviously, if you watch my other videos. So obviously when you start recruiting, you know, you're not going to actually get any commitments. You'll just trying to look and see who you can find. The people interested in Virginia were honestly, I wouldn't say awful, but we only had like 3 4-stars, and a lot of the 3-stars weren't even that interested. We had a decent amount of offensive linemen, which was good, but we were really thin at a lot of the defensive back positions. Running back, there wasn't as many interested as I thought there would be, with Taquan Mazzell graduating so soon. Not near as much a wide receiver as I was expecting, I guess. I mean, Virginia's not a very not very pass-heavy attack, so I guess I could understand that. I say more run first than anything, but they do have Keenan Severn graduating this year, their #1 receiver. And we do have a 4-star center that was interested in us first, so that was good. Yeah, really thin at defensive end, really thin at defensive tackle. I don't know how much we lose. I didn't really look through it to start. But I guess it's not that much. Or I guess the players we do lose aren't very good, and there's a lot of backups. There was actually quite a few 3-star cornerbacks interested in us first overall. I was hoping for at least 1 4-star. A lot of strong safeties. And then not as many athletes as I was hoping for either. Not a very good kicker either, but I mean, kicker is something you just kind of rotate through. But like I said, for the time being, this is probably just going to be like a 1-year thing, so obviously at some point I probably will move forward with the 2nd year, but the point of doing recruiting for this is just kind of show the ins and outs of recruiting, and I guess just improve my overall recruiting. I mean, recruiting on this game is something that I never really was able to perfect. I mean, I don't know if anyone was. The timing's kind of hard to do. You have to play, if you want to get the #1 class on a consistent basis, it's something you have to pay really close attention to. And also scouting can be depressing or very uplifting depending on the year. You'll find here, I don't think I found any gems, but there were two busts. It kind of went on a by position basis, so you guys can see there with like tackle, all of them had green arrows pointing up. But I think maybe outside linebacker, and then also at center. Yeah, center was a bad one, had 2 busts at it. You'll find though that a lot of the guys that are like lower end of like the 2-stars, lower end of the 3-stars, like that guy, they always end up going up with the scouting. And also at positions like, at heavy positions like halfback and wide receiver, and sometimes even quarterback, about 2 to 3 weeks down the line, you'll be able to find some 4 and 5 stars that just have no interest from any colleges. Not a whole lot of them, especially actually maybe not in the 5-star category, but definitely in the 4-star. And you'll be able to nab them. But anyway, like I said, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to put the links. Actually, I just finished one of the series, and I'm about to finish the other one. It is my NCAA Football 06 race for the Heisman, and then NCAA Hits 2003 series. So go ahead and check those out. Like I said, I think they're pretty cool. And if you want to go check out my simulations, they are also on my channel. So that's pretty much it. See ya. When the situation calls for it, then I'll pass heavy, but just accept that I'm an option quarterback, play the Keenan Reynolds style, and just, be fine with going 0 for 1 passing, but getting 7 rushing touchdowns in a game. As you guys can see here, passing is actually going pretty well on the first drive.